Pastor Quinah, can you tell us where we stand right now in light of the village, Quinah Town?
Thank you very much. Where you found us standing now is the Victory Baptist Church property, and there we're going to plant rubber. Right. It's close to 50 acres.
But they seem to be like hard work. Where do you get the manpower from to do this work? Clearing, using machetes. How are you going to fare this? And what is the strategies in implementing the goal?
Yeah, the church will come in, friends will help, but we'll have to pay some people to do the clearing. Because for the church, they're not even quite 30 members yet. So with them alone, we won't work fine.
Why do you want to undertake this rubber project?
Well, the vision I have is that by the time the rubber will be producing, then the church will have to be self-sustaining. We will not always want to depend on others to always cry behind people, but we want to also give a hand up to other people that from us they can be blessed. We will not always want to be blessed, but we want to bless somebody too.
Do you have an axe that we can throw to the viewer of this movie? Do you have any requests?
Yes, yes.
What is that?
My request is that you pray with us that the Lord will send up funds to operate this farm. It may cost us maybe for now $800 will clear this farm, this particular farm.
When you say clear, it means the initial clearing you are doing or the felling. When you say clear, what do you mean when you say we'll clear this farm?
The felling that you see, we'll fell the trees, burn it, and do some cleaning.
Okay.
Like clean the whole place.
So that 800 is fair a month?
Yeah, I think that would be a fair amount because we have our manpower too that will be beside it.
Since Peggy Halvorsen, you having to be the U.S. Executive Coordinator for Team West Africa, and what is your experience versus Plum City? I know a girl from Plum City coming in Africa, standing in the jungle. What is your experience for the first time?
Well, I was just telling Quinah that even though some say that I even live in the village of Plum City, I don't even live in the village. I live outside the village on the top of the hill. And so as a child, my playland was the forest by my house. So this place is not so different from where I'm from. Except the sawgrass. We don't have that.
Yeah. Someone has said the sawgrass of America are welfare, so they are people friendly.
No. You know what we have?
Versus no. African sawgrass that are very hungry.
We have nettles, stinging nettles. You don't go by those; they will hurt you. Okay. So you don't have those. I don't see those.
While walking with the men of this village from that distance, like 10-15 minutes, what is the thought process? What is going through your mind when it comes to the Village Transformation Initiative, focusing on the rubber farm?
Well, I really need to understand what is happening here, to see it with my eyes, to understand the process, because back where I come from, there are machines and big equipment that can clear this land quickly. So I don't have it in my head how you can clear the land here, what is the process and the steps of the cutting and then the felling the trees and then burning and the stump. And we don't grow rubber where I'm from, so I really need to understand how the process works. The reason is because I'm the voice for this place when I go back. So I have to be able to understand what is happening here to answer the questions that people will ask me, because if they don't understand the process, then they can't get behind it. So I really need to see it with my eyes and understand it clearly, and then the people that I speak to can listen and understand what's happening here.
All right. Give her to understand, to ably represent you. Rubber processing, like blood, start with the initial clearing of the bush. Machetes are used by men and volunteer women of the village, and they go out to clear the bush. The trees are felled using the very machetes. Fires are used they use fire to burn off, clear the bush. They will come back with this very machete and clear the field. Imagine trees, palm trees, huge trees. They use simple machete, take hours to fell the trees. After that process, the goal is to go to fire zone. Fire zone is the only area that supply rubber stump, quality rubber stump that have good latex for economic and commercial purpose. And the stump for that rubber is very expensive. You still not get it at 75 cents to $1. If you are thinking of planting 50 to 60,000, 50 cents, 50 to 60,000 stump, you are thinking about around half of that 1,000 price versus 50 cents. It is planted. Volunteer women from the village will come. They will all be involved into the planting. The men are involved into the clearing the thick forest. Women come, pair up with the men to plant the stump. Every year, they will year-end routine will clear the farm, fertilize the farm. In 7 years' time, you have solid, future promising cash crop called rubber. And as the main guy was saying, rubber in Liberia is the solid, secure economic investment. If you invest in rubber in Liberia in order to transform the village of Quinah Town, you have done so much incredible investment that will in turn use as a sustaining base to affect the other surrounding villages. Get on board.